Okay.
So you can start. Varsity MVP, 25-5 record, second team All League, and CIF finalist. Those were my achievements during my senior year of high school playing tennis. But can you ever imagine that I've actually never played tennis before freshman year? So how did I achieve those? So to the back clock, back to freshman year. So before freshman year, I was a pretty sporty person at all. I played Little League baseball. I was a catcher. And in the freshman in my high school, I was enrolled in a regular PE class. And one part of the PE class was you try different type of sports and play them. And tennis was one of them. Before that, I'd never played tennis before, but when somehow I stepped on the court, I started beating everybody, like my forms are off and everything, but I started beating everybody, and it actually caught my PE teacher's attention. So she wrote an email to the director of my tennis department, the varsity coach, Coach Bell, and hey, you need to check out this kid, give him a try. Yeah, so Friday afternoon, I went to try out to get a ball machine set up, and it went horrible. I'm pretty sure I hit more homers than Babe Ruth in his entire career. That was terrible. So I went home, I lay on my bed, I was like, whatever, it's like, I'm gonna make it, I'm not gonna make it. But surprisingly, Monday morning, I got an email that said, hey, you're on the JV team now. And later on that year, I noticed because the director doesn't want to embarrass the PE teacher, so he actually gave me a spot. But one problem I was facing was because the baseball season and tennis season overlaps, so I had to actually choose between baseball and tennis. After like a deliberate thought, I chose tennis. But still, like even I was on the team, I was like between a bench warmer, like I was years behind other players, so I had to really catch up. I really had to catch up. I live in Claremont, so back in Claremont with a big tennis club called the Claremont Club. They offers lesson to coach there. I found myself a coach, but still, like 2 hours lesson every week is not gonna help much with the difference I had. So I'll grab every opportunity possible to hit with other players. So and that year, I'm pretty sure I practiced 3 hours every week, double the time on the weekends, and hit probably around 1,000 serves every week. And my work paid off. So pretty soon, I played my first match. I got off the bench. I played my first match. I got my first win, and I had a 5-game winning streak by the end of the season. So sophomore year, I made varsity, and that was pretty amazing. But still, playing on varsity was a totally different story, especially in my school, because we were a Division I team, and that was the major league we were talking about. Like the players over there just so much better. There's so much stuff in the toolbox, and just overlap me all the time. I get frustrated. Like I get really frustrated sometimes when I make arrows too. So one day when I was playing a match, I probably made like 20 unforced arrows. I was so livid. I was frustrated. I threw my tennis racket off the fence. It went straight into the bleachers and almost hit a parent. Almost hit a parent. She was my neighbor too, actually. Yeah. My coach saw that, and my coach saw it too. So he grabbed me over and said, hey, first, go shake hands. We're forfeiting this match. Second, grab your stuff, grab your gears, go home, you're cut. That was the worst week of my life, probably. And after that, like, I had a lot of thoughts. Like, I was confused. I was like angry. I was frustrated. I kept doubting myself. Like, do I really belong here? Is that is that what I can do? Is that the much I can do? And later on, I told myself, say, hey, like I've only been playing for like less than a year. I have so much potential. Like, I can still achieve a lot of greater things. The second week, I went to talk to coach. Say, hey, I'm sorry about everything that happened. I know I can't play matches anymore. Can please be still, be in the practices? Be in the practices? Sure, that's what he said. But still, I'm not able to play matches anymore. So luckily, because I play the Claremont Club, they have a club team, very competitive too. They have matches and tournaments all during summer. So in the entire summer, I was with the club playing matches. I was practicing with other people that are better than me, and most importantly, I kept working on my mental games. Be calm during the matches, and working on my anger issues and everything. So junior year actually paid off. I tried again. I made the varsity again at a 16-4 record, and I qualified for the CIF playoff. By the way, CIF, you hear CIF, it's basically NCAA, but it's a high school level. So playoff, I lost in the first round. Like he was a good player. I was very nervous and everything, but that was a good lesson learned. And senior year, I just went straight crazy. I was starting player every game. I got like 25-5 record, and yeah, and I made the CIF again. I made this playoff again, and I was lucky that year because the playoff was actually holding Claremont Club, and I know every scratch about those courts. I went all the way into the semifinal, and the quarterfinal was one of the craziest matches I ever played. I was down 2-5, but I was locked into the games. Like I kept telling myself I can do this, and then winning 5 games in a row, and I came back and then win the opponent, and tiebreak the latest set. But still, even though the next day I lost in the semifinal, I'm pretty sure it was to Harvard Wesley. He's a good player, but still, that was a really good run, and that was a really good season. So and that and after all, like and after all, and after all, even though looking back, switching from baseball to tennis was actually probably one of the toughest decisions I ever made. But still, keep pursuing greatness in tennis, like keep challenging myself is even tougher. I had so much doubts in myself. Like I ask myself every day, like, do I actually belong here? Like I met so many setbacks and difficulties and everything. I had so many doubts, but still, like I'm really glad that I followed my heart. I tried my best and achieved great things. Because if you don't try, you will never know how much talent you can have and how many great things you can achieve. And that's it.
2-5 game, and you came back and won. They may not understand. You may need